Hey everyone, welcome back to Astro Week. Who's hot this weekend? Horoscopes for the weekend of May 12th to May 14th, 2017 that are specifically for you guys, or I'm doing for specifically for you guys. Hey everyone, I'm Sonny. Alright, first things first, I created a Patreon account to help support the channel here, and the link's in the description box below. And for those who don't know, Patreon is a crowdfunding site where you guys get to donate and help support the channel. Every little bit helps, and I super appreciate it. And in return, I'm giving back by, for those guys, giving astrological reports and you know, sunny side swag and stuff. And I'm gonna give a shout out, special shout out right now to our new Patreon supporters, and that's about it. And I got to get back to them soon. I've been busy, but I got to get back to them and send off their horoscopes. And that's it. So if you want to help support the channel, just click on the link below and have a look at the Patreon stuff. There's also an Amazon.com wish list, because some people like to, they like to donate. Some people have Amazon credits lying around, right? And they don't know what to do with it. They like to donate those or gifts or instead. And I'm all for it, and I think it's a wonderful idea. And that's the action. So those are the two ways that you can help to support the channel right now. In addition, of course, to liking, subscribing, and sharing the videos, which I'll give a thumbs up. And that's the action. And before we get to that, just to let you guys know, I do offer astrological consultations, of course. Of course, I'm obviously a professional astrologer who writes for the Echo newspapers here in British Columbia, Canada. And so, so if you want me to look at your chart, just go to my website, sunnyside.net, and send me a message, and I'll gladly look at your chart. I like doing that stuff. Alright, that's the action. So, this week's special shout-outs, our newest Patreon supporters for this week are Robin DeGrasse, and of course Jeanette Matthews, you all know who she is, Nicholas Miller, and, from last week, once again, Wendy Couch, Mary T. Badeau, and Cindy Finlater. Thanks, guys. I super appreciate the support, Can't believe how happy I am, and I tell everybody, and everybody's really excited. They love hearing about it, too. Thanks to those guys, to Robin V. DeGrasse, Jeanette Matthews, Nicholas Miller, Wendy Couch, Mary T. Badeau, and Cindy Finlater. Thanks for supporting the Sunny Side, guys, via Patreon. I super appreciate it, and I'm wishing all you guys the absolute best of a beautiful week. And what's up? Thanks, guys. Alright, so that's the action on that. Next, okay, I told you guys about astrological questions. If you have any questions, of course I'd like to help you out, but just help random strangers. Just give gifts to random strangers. Message me on the sunnyside.net. We'll set up an appointment. You can come do it for real. And that's the action. And that's the action. That's all that's really going on. It's a kind of a busy week as usual. I'm still trying to do my recordings for you guys. My hypnosis meditations, and I've been working some ASMR, but I'm having trouble with I'm having technical difficulties here with the low-level recording stuff. So when I figure that out and when I get it done, then I'll be full speed ahead, because I have been writing and I'm very excited to do it. My sexy little crab has been encouraging me to get back to writing and recording my meditations, and it's something for the first time in years and years and years I really want to do. I didn't realize how much of a part of life it was, how much it meant to me, until I let it go. And it's actually, as heavy as a musician as I am, and as crazy I'm quite a popular erotic hypnotist. I bet you guys wonder what that is. But it's my hypnosis meditations which made me famous and got featured all over the world. And, I gave it up because I was, arguing for years with some people who used to listen to them, and I just couldn't bring myself to write. I couldn't bring myself to do any writing, and the people couldn't even pay me. Some really wonderful people are really popular, and you guys know and listen to them and watch them all the time. They call me up. They used to call me up all the time, and no one's called me up since the fall. But they're like, Sonny, how much does it cost? Let me do. We'll pay you. We'll do this, and I'm like, I can't do it, man. So but it's different now. My sexy little crab's been encouraging me. I tell you, love is a wonderful thing, When you get the right person, they can just break down all of the walls that you put up around your heart, They can help you see yourself, you know, that help you see the world around you in a different light, you know, help you remind yourself of why you're here and what you're supposed to be doing. And it's, you know, not always the easiest things. Relationships aren't the easiest things in the world, but like, you know, when you find the right person, they're just gonna bring out the best of you. And I super appreciate what my sexy little crab, you know, the influence she's had on my life without, you know, me asking or anything like that. She's just simply beautiful, and I super appreciate it, and I love and adore her. I don't know how I got on talking about her like that, but just letting you guys know what's going on in my life. I love you, baby. Mwah. Wishing you the absolute best of a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, let's speak a little louder because we gotta, like, get on the mic. Okay, here we go. Here's the overview. Enough mushy stuff. I don't know what's wrong with me. This week, the weekend, the moon is going to be in optimistic. It's going to be in jovial. It's going to be in benevolent. It's going to be straight shooting. It's going to be party time. It's going to be outdoors, and it's going to be exciting, which is not so weird because the weather is turning here on the West Coast and in North America. I guess in most places. I don't know about most places, but I know here on the West Coast it's starting to get warm. And I fully expect everyone to get out and have a good, great time down by the beach. And you know, the sun's shining, everything is cool, the rain has stopped for the most part, and it's time to get out and have some fun. And that brings us to the moon in Sagittarius. Alright, so wherever it falls in your chart, you can expect those themes to be pushing forward in your life, and we're going to get to those in a second, the individual scopes. But no, you know, Sagittarius is the time to get outside. You know, it'd be a great time to go to the beach, great time to go shopping, great time to, you know, take off the sweaters, you know, lose the sweaters, and, you know, break out the sandals. Get out and enjoy yourself. Sagittarius is an exciting sign. Sagittarius is an optimistic sign. There's a lot of reasons to be optimistic right now, and there's a lot of reasons to cheer for the future. And you'll see in a second, all the planets, most of the you know, active planets are steaming forward ahead. So all that stuff I've been telling you guys for the last couple of months, like, oh, it's starting and then it's stopping and we got to revisit and we got to do this and we got to do that. Everything's moving forward, you know? Like Jupiter is still retrograde, I think. Jupiter is still... Where's Jupiter, man? Jupiter's still retrograde, but so what? And Saturn's still retrograde, and Pluto, oh my god, a lot of retrograde. Well, but like, so what? You know, luck is going backwards, you know, but things that are taking away are going backwards as well. So like the two big planets there of benevolence and the big planet of, you know, restructuring and control, they're revisiting themes. You know, your major themes in life are getting revisited, but and reworked. But it's not such a bad thing, you know, because like your path or your plan or your journey or whatever action that you're doing has got to be able to succeed on its own. You know, your journey has got to be able to succeed without the help of strangers. It's got to succeed without the help, you know, the detriment of people trying to take things away from you. Your action has got to succeed on its own. Your play of life, your themes, your you know whatever thing that you're cool with. It's got to be able to succeed on its own. You got to be strong by yourself. And when you're strong by yourself, then the world around you is just going to color your existence in, you know, benevolent ways and blessings, and, you know, it'll take a bit away, you know, the regular ebbs and flows and ups and downs of a beautiful life. But right now, so that's the major stuff, you know, is still being revisited, is still being reworked. Some of it's behind the scenes, some of it's in front of your face. Some's taking away very actively, and you can see it, and it hurts for some of you. And for others, you know, it's behind the scenes and you don't see it, and you're wondering why it hurts so much and what's going on. You might be lamenting a particular cause, but that's what's going on. But all the active, very, you know, day-to-day speedy stuff, you know, your journey, you know, and how you move your feet and how you move through the world and who you love and why you love them and what you do and why you do it. Those themes are all moving forward right now. So, and we just had a full moon in Scorpio, which is, you know, it's going to break up a lot of things, right? Scorpio is going to put the thanks for coming out on a lot of action. So I would imagine a couple of days before this video, some decisions were made to move forward, some decisions were made to stay, some decisions are made. That's moon in Scorpio, full moon in Scorpio. You can't really avoid that. And now, at the time of these horoscopes, for the weekend, it's time to start living your life, everyone. You know, all of that stuff that, you know, back and forth, it's done. It's time to get on with the getting on, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. It's got to confess, it's extremely scary. It's extremely nerve-wracking. I don't know what this week is going to hold yet, but I know what's possible, and I have an idea of what's coming, and it's not always the best thing, and you guys got to go through it too, and we're all going to go through it. And you know, when we wake up next weekend, when we wake up the weekend of this video, you know, you can send me your messages and tell me how it went, and you know, tell me how. But for better or worse, it's we're here. You know, congratulations, we made it. All right, so that's the moon. Great, Sonny. It can be a little more depressing. Wonder where the moon is today, because in my astro sector. Thanks for coming out. Alright, what else is going on? Okay, the sun is in stable Taurus, so wherever that falls in your chart, you're going to, a spotlight is shining there. You know, it's slow and steady times right now. We're just waking up right now. We're just starting to move forward. So I wouldn't expect anyone to speed and rush ahead in anything, you know. Mars is not in Aries, right? It is not in rush ahead, you know. Our active energy, Mars, is in Gemini. Now's the time to spread the word, to go find out what's going on, to learn more about everything, you know, to see what your options really are. You know, the door has just opened or the door has just closed. For better or worse, you're standing at the beginning of a beautiful new day. For some people this is beautiful, for some people it scares the hell out of them. For me it scares the hell out of me. But that's where we are. So in Gemini, the Gemini energy is saying, have a look around, you know, it's going to be restless, you know, people are restless right now. They want to get down to business. You know, the sun in Taurus wants everyone to get down in business. They can see it, you know, they can see stability, they can see the plan, they can see a beautiful world. Some people can feel it, you know, you can hear it calling you. It's right there. You're standing right in front of a beautiful journey. And Gemini wants all of it. And if you can't get all of it, then you can't get all of it. You know, that's a heads up. The Venus is attracting in Aries, and that means we're attracting competitive kind of things, you know. We're attracting, we're attracting aggressive energy, you know. It's all kind of smoothing itself out. Venus doesn't really like it in Aries, you know. Aries likes to go for it. Aries energy's into it, you know. It's naive, it's innocent, it's pure, it's butting heads, it's, you know, throwing stones, but they don't want to hurt anybody. They just want to throw stones, you know. Scorpio throws stones, they're trying to hurt somebody, you know. If like a Libra throws stones, they're trying to hurt somebody. If Aries throws stones, they're just playing. And Venus doesn't like to throw stones, and Venus is there right now. So it's not the greatest place, because when you want to be aggressive, you kind of want to be aggressive. You don't want to be aggressive in a wishy-washy kind of way. That's kind of like Mars and Pisces, you know? Dogmentative, but wishy-washy. So Venus is definitely hanging out in Aries. So wherever that falls in your chart, that's where you're going to be attracting. That's your benevolence that's happening. That's one of your blessings right now. And that's where you should be looking for. And we're going to get down to it in a sec. Alright, and that's the action on the overview. So all in all, for everyone, we are at the beginning of the beautiful new day that was promised for so very long. Some of the signs are doing well. So, you know, some of them you're going to have a little bit of angst and some of it's like, you know, luck is drying up. All the benevolence, the major benevolence, is drying up. Drying up. It's hit the boogie. But I'm telling you, it does not matter. You know, in life we get by with the kindness of strangers, but more importantly than the kindness of strangers, you have to get by with your own feet, and that's what's happening. In relationships, people have been asking me, before we get to the individual scopes, I'll tell you what people have been asking me this week. they've been asking me questions about relationships. You know, I was a relationship expert for most of my professional career. And so when I wasn't playing music or being a perverted hypnotist, I was a relationship, you know, and a relationship guy. So I'm hearing questions and concerns about how there seems to be some kind of wall or barrier between partners in relationships, and it affects people in different ways. It has some people running off, it has some people questioning what they should do, and it has some needs being unfulfilled or some expectations not met, and it's not a good experience. And I haven't had, you know, not one person has sent me a happy report all week about relationships, and it's all due to a lack of communication, all of it. So, without getting too many examples, I'll say what I wrote down. So many times, relationships fail and needs are not met simply not because the other person isn't into what you're saying or doing or what you want. You know, it's not because your partner isn't into your action. It's not because you're not into the game. You know, it's not because you don't love your partner. It's not because of any of that stuff. It's because, you know, and you may have asked, you know, maybe the message didn't get through. They may have requested it and maybe it didn't go through. There may be a subtle hint, it may be an in-your-face situation, but for whatever reason, communication is not happening, or it fell on deaf ears and your needs aren't being met. And that's what people are telling me this week. So when that happens, or before that happens, you have to talk it out. And the most often it happens because people are too afraid to ask. They're too afraid to ask their partner. They're too afraid to upset their partner. They don't have trust that they can be themselves and that the partner will not run away. And I know some partners are extremely verbal, some are moody, some are like, "Ugh," some are argumentative, and some are like, they're just simply afraid, you know? But if you can't do that, then you can't do that, and your needs aren't going to be met, and you're going to die inside, and then it's game over for everyone, all because you didn't have the confidence to tell your partner exactly what you want and what you need. And it's the most important thing. I can hear that. I heard that lament so many times this week. Communications, and even for those who try and talk it out, you know, you've got to see some action in addition to the words. You know, that's just the way it works. And to me, there's almost nothing that hurts more in relationships than to, you know, break up with someone and see that person go and do all the stuff that you wanted to do and see them do it with someone else. That really bugs the crap out of me, man. I hate that. And you know, I'm such a dynamic, you know, and we live in a dynamic world, and I'm surrounded by artists all the time who really push boundaries. And, you know, or to see it in the person you're with, going out and doing stuff with other people that you want to do, you know, leaving you at home, so to speak. That's not, I mean, maybe that's cool with you. I know, you know, I've heard different stories before. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. But mostly it's because you guys, you know, needs aren't being met, expectations aren't being realized, and you're just too afraid to ask. And again, there's nothing worse than knowing that your partner wants to do something, and you just can't pull the trigger, and that sucks. So, no, when you watch this video, the full moon is gonna happen in Scorpio, and you're gonna have to dig deep, and you're gonna have to release some of that stress, and you know, you're gonna have to speak up, or else it's gone. And that's the way it works. But on the plus side, if you do, it's Scorpio energy, right? So the bond is gonna grow deeper and stronger. It's stronger than ever. It's really hard to break a Scorpio bond. And then we're gonna go into this, the moon in Sagittarius, and then you're gonna have a wonderful kind of party. Sagittarius likes to party. So whether you make it or not, you guys are going to have a fun weekend. Some of you just might be on your own when you do it. That's my 2 cents. That's my advice to the people who sent me messages this week asking about relationships, whether they should stick together, whether they should move forward, whether their partner was afraid of something, and whether this was happening or that was happening. Oh, I absolutely love you too, sexy. Okay. And that's the deal with the deal. You guys cool? Alright, let's get to the scopes. 20 minutes of blah blah, man, I'm boring, but I'm moody right now. All right, I'm not going to edit it out. You guys should have fast forward. Here we go. Dear Aries. Dear Aries. That's not Aries, that's Sagittarius, Sonny. Dear Aries, this weekend, the moon, this weekend, sunny. Sunny. Guys, I should have wrote it down. I'm emotional. All right. Aries, the Aries, your focus this weekend is going to be on distant shores, on someone exotic. You might go someplace exotic and cool. It's the weekend horoscopes, right? They're a little different than the regular scopes, so bear in mind. So this weekend, Aries, you're going to want to get out. You're definitely going to want to get out, Aries. So get out. You know, Saturn's locking that part of your chart down. You know, you might be fighting with people from a distance, or probably not fighting with people from a distance. Your words are argumentative and you're causing bump in the head problems, but so what? You're Aries, that's what happens anyways. And you're used to it. It's kind of fun. It's fun for some signs. Sometimes it's fun for me too. Not all the time, guys, okay? Chill. But like, it's kind of fun sometimes, and I know it is. So, that's not what's happening. From distant shores, it's getting the lockdown. You might want to travel somewhere, and for some reason you can't do it. That's really gonna suck. And it's an ongoing thing. But anyways, Aries, you're gonna want to get out and party this weekend. Love is flowing directly towards you. So what can I say? Dress your best, look your best. Aries might be doing things to be, you know, get a new haircut, you might do your nails. There's a lot of softening of that aggressive Aries energy. So normally when you're too aggressive and you butt heads and this and that and this and that, people, you know, it's abrasive and you rub people the wrong way. But right now, that aggressive kind of, competitive kind of, in-your-face kind of energy, and you know, I don't mean it as intensely as I'm saying. Not every Aries is a head case, you know, but it's going to soften up. You're going to be more presentable to people. You're going to look more aesthetically pleasing. And if you're looking for love, Aries, if you're looking for love, you know, luck is not on your side right now, you know, but if you're looking, love should be finding you. And that's the action with Aries. Next, dear Taurus. Taurus, once again. Oh, Taurus. Ooh, Taurus, you're going to be super frisky this weekend. Oh, Taurus, you dirty little bull. Okay. All right, here we go. Taurus, you're super frisky this weekend, which is exciting. A couple of days ago, something was before this video, something is uncovered in your relationship sector. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe someone expressed their love for you. Maybe you expressed your love for someone else. Maybe you broke up. Maybe you got back together. I don't know. But I do know this weekend, you guys are going to take the next step, which is like sans vêtements, without clothes, which is kind of cool because Taurus is a bit of a naturey kind of sign anyways. And I like Taurus, you know, I like Taurus a lot, you know, they're earthy and they're sensual, super sensual, most sensual sign. Anyways, okay, what else? You know, someone from a past, someone from the distance, old lovers, old friends, revisiting things behind the scenes, a secret crush, secret admirer, been saying this over and over again, you know, and all of that's happening. So if you're looking for love, look behind you, look in the shadows, because that's where it's hanging out. Mars, your active energy is in your financial sector, is still in your financial sector. None of this really matters for the weekend horoscope, right? But I'll tell you anyways. Mars is hanging out there and it's causing you to be aggressive in your finances. Be careful not to blow the bank this weekend or for the rest of the month. Just be cool with that, Taurus. Anyways, you're super frisky, so get out and have some fun. You may or may not meet people when you're out because it's, once again, it's behind the scenes. So if you're at the club or you're at the bar or you're at a barbecue or wherever you're gonna go, Taurus, they're probably not gonna walk up to you, but you will notice, like you'll notice them. You're not clueless, and you're gonna have to make the move. But so what? Nothing wrong, you know. Sometimes slow game's the game is the game, you know. Get out and have some fun. Next, dear Gemini. Gemini. Wow, Gemini. Oh, Gemini. Okay, here we go. Gemini, you're aggressive. Okay, Gemini, you're causing problems. Gemini, you're fighting with everybody. Gemini, you got a lot of gas in the tank to get some work done. So, if you got some work to get done, if you got, right? Good language, right, Sonny? If you have some work that needs to get done, Gemini, get it done. You know, work on something with yourself. Watch your health. Get out, get physical, Gemini. You know, go for a hike. Go ride a bike. Go for I don't know what else is physical. Like, I go to the gym and skip rope. I think that's kind of fun. And so, like, do something like that. The spotlight's on your past. You know, something is getting uncovered. Maybe, you know, whatever it is, that's where the action is right now. People from the past are calling you. People from, you know, people you don't know about are there checking you out. There's a lot of stuff. Not that you should be worried or concerned about it, but like, you're on display. Like, you're definitely on display, and you're definitely aggressive, and you definitely got a lot of energy in the tank. But people are noticing stuff about you that's hidden and behind the scenes. So, I don't know that that's going to actually bug a Gemini, but it would definitely bug a double Scorpio, which is me. So, heads up on that. This weekend, you're going to want to do something really nice for your partner. And man, Gemini, I sure hope you do, because, you know, you guys are beautiful, and I think you deserve the best. And that's the action on that. If you want to have some fun, your attraction is hanging out with your friends. So, by all means, get out and have some fun. Dear Cancer, dear Cancer, in my eyes, the sexiest sign by far. Love my sexy little crap. All right, next. Dear Cancer. Cancer, the spotlight's on your friends and your social networks. So, you know, people are checking out who you know. People, you know, you're checking out who you know. You're checking out how you can make more money from your career, right? It's the house that falls right after your social and public career. You are super high vis as usual. Not as usual. Cancer is not always super high vis, and I sure know that Cancer doesn't feel like they're high vis, but there are some of them who are high vis and definitely feel it. Anyways, you're going to focus this weekend. It's going to be on planning. There's something that you want, right? Something is kind of out to get you. There's been energy where, like, you know, maybe your needs aren't being met. Maybe there's some kind of, you're always arguing for some reason. Maybe people are picking on you. Maybe you don't know what the deal is. Maybe, you know, I don't know what the deal is, because obviously I don't know what the deal is. But that's what's happening. You know, and there's nothing here that's going to smooth that over, except that, again, we're coming out of the full moon in Scorpio, which should be scary for a lot of people, and that's going to fall in your romance and in your romance sector, right? Something is going to be uncovered in your romance, so definitely heads up in that. But when the weekend comes along, you're going to adjust your plans, you're going to do something physical, you're going to get your health game happening again, and it's good, because by the end of the weekend, it's time for to get your relationships going again. So that's what's going to happen, Cancer. Next week, romance is going to get reevaluated. Then on the weekend, you're going to set course, and right after that is back to love. And I think everything should be cool. Next, dear Leo. Dear Leo. All right. Okay, what's the action for Leo this weekend? You know, it's different, right? The weekend love horoscopes are different than the horoscopes I write for the week. And so I look at different parts of the chart for this, and I read different energy. Anyways, Leo, let's see. Oh, Leo, you're super romantic this weekend. I think that's wonderful. Something gets uncovered at the home before this weekend, and you're like, okay, whatever. I don't know that that's a good or bad thing. But this weekend, you're going to be super romantic, Leo, which is cool because you're a super romantic sign. So get out and have some fun. The horoscopes, the astro here says you're going to want to get out anyways. You're not going to want to stay at home. You're not going to want to be cooped up. You're attracting from a distance. I've been saying that for a while. You want to be free. You want to get out. You want to be romantic. You want to play. This is all Leo stuff, you know? Get out and do it. You're looking good. You're feeling good. Everything is cool, Leo, so go be Leo cool. The only problem, the only downside is you're butting heads with your peeps. But like, so what? You can't drag everyone along all the time. I know you don't like to hear that. It's like when I say things about Libra in relationships and go, oh, it's not good. Leo, you can't, like, you are the center of attention. This is all good Leo stuff. The only problem is your entourage is you're fighting with your entourage. Chill, you don't need to fight nobody, Leo. Just shine and they'll follow you. You know, that's how it works. Go work it. Dear Virgo, our most neurotic, nitpicky, and... Virgo, here we go. Dear Virgo. Alright, so you're going to want to stay home this weekend, which is really interesting. You're putting a lot of energy. There's something, you know, you have a push-pull happening, Virgo. You know, you're going to want to get out. like definitely want to get out. According to this astro, you're gonna like, but you're like pushy right now. You're not gonna want to stand in lines. You're gonna have road rage. You're gonna like get all nitpicky. People are gonna pick on you when you're out. People are gonna butt in front of you in line. People are gonna look at you funny, and they're gonna mess up your order at the restaurant. They're gonna like, you know, they're gonna like, I don't know what people do when you're out. They're gonna like, you might, I was gonna say you might like go for a jog and step in dog poop, but like, that's a different part of your chart. So that's not necessarily gonna happen. But it's kind of like that, except instead of accidentally stepping on it, which is down here, someone's gonna put it right on your shoes, which is up here. So be careful. Watch when you're out. It's not like someone is out to get you, okay? That's Cancer. Someone's out to get Cancer. It's very personal for Cancer right now. It's, you know, I'm watching with all of my senses. I'm watching Cancer right now. But like Virgo, it's at the top of your chart. So again, it's not like someone's trying to get you, but when you're out, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna want to fight. So like, be cool, you know. You don't have to fight nobody all the time. You're gonna, you know, ain't start nothing, ain't gonna be nothing, you know. So lay some action on some of that. And actually, by all means, you know, you're looking at, a spotlight is shining on a vacation that might be coming up, you know. You're looking at money, you know, that's joint finances. It's a very big money year for Virgo. So that's the deal. Just be careful when you're out, because you're gonna get into some fights. Dear Libra! Alright, Libra, what's the action on Libra? Alright, so you're gonna want to go blah 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 and be social this weekend, which is like kind of a normal Libra thing to do. So just kind of like Leo. Oh, Libra, this is like a highly positive chart for Libra right now. Libra, you should have an amazing weekend. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that could be a lot of fun. Alright, whatever. That's a lot of fun. So let's see, Libra, you're super social right now. So your emphasis was on money, right? As the week began, the full moon in Scorpio is your money sector, so something you got to watch that. But as the weekend goes on, Libra, partnerships 101. Guys are going to want to partner up with you, which is no big deal because Libra is super beautiful and guys want to do that all the time. Like, okay, whatever. And then, but you're going to be chatty, you're going to be social. You know, you're going to want things to happen. There's a problem from a distance, but so what? It's the weekend. It's not like you're going to fly away for the weekend. Libra, if you fly away for the weekend, you're going to get in a fight. So be cool. Stay close. If I were you, I'd stay close to home. I'd stay close to love. A spotlight is shining, believe it or not, on your sex life. Libra, I sure of hell ain't asking, so don't bring it to me. I'll say it again. Don't start nothing. Ain't going to be nothing. I don't really need to know. But that's what's going on. So Libra, get out. Lots of small trips. You might want to, you know, you might have to go fix your car this weekend. That's the thing with that. And partnerships, that's wonderful. If you're trying to get into something, you'll probably get into it, you know. But the theme's on communication and making new friends. So get out and make some friends. There's Scorpio. All right. All right. Well, you're going to have to check your finances, Scorpio. You're definitely... Oh, Scorpio, there's a spotlight on your relationships right now. So Scorpio, you should be thinking a lot about your love life, a lot about your partners, where you're going, not necessarily where you're, okay, where you're going in the world is highlighted as well, but like, I didn't just say that. I'll say that. Scorpio, your efforts are in finances this weekend, you know? There was a full moon exposing something about you earlier on in the week. So there's something being uncovered about yourself that you're bringing light to you. Sure, other people are going to find out, but like really, this is so important, who cares? And the brakes are finally off. It's time to move forward. So by all means, Scorpio, it's time to move forward. Check your finances. You know, there's a fight in joint finances. I really don't know why. I mean, I have no idea. I've got no joint finances with anyone. Oh, except I own the studio. So everything is cool. Jordan's schedule is good. It's filling up. Summer camps are happening. Everything is fine. I just got to get to my sexy crab. It's really stressing me out. All right. What else is going on here? All right, so Scorpio, focus on your finances. You are definitely attracting very close to home. Your work life is smoothing out. A while ago, you were just spinning your wheels like crazy and you couldn't get anywhere. That's happening to Capricorn right now, and you're way overworked. Right now, time is freeing up in your day, but it's not goof-off time. This is not goof-off energy. This is time is freeing up so you can do some serious work. Scorpio, do some serious work. You're at the beginning, Scorpio. Go get it. Relationships are cool. Your sex life is a little bit on the like arguing with people, which is like not so weird because Scorpio's a pretty intense and demanding sex life kind of guy. But that's what's going on, and I hope everything works out. I really do. Dear Sagittarius, Sag, you're going to be focused on yourself. You have been fighting with your partners, which really sucks, and I have absolutely no idea why. Like, I haven't spoken with any Sagittarius in a long time, and I haven't even spoken with my sister in a while, but I do hear things. I do hear stories. And so Saggy, you got to be cool with that. You're not going to, but you should. And the emphasis is on you this weekend. So if you want to do something, like get out and pamper yourself a little bit and see what's going on. You should be super romantic right now. And actually, except for the fighting with your partner and being extra demonstrative and extra demanding, which is not really so weird, except then when Sagittarius does it, it's kind of painful. You know, because you're so straight shooting. So when you shoot those arrows, your partner might not appreciate it, you know? And if you do it in a roundabout kind of way, they're really not going to appreciate it. So try and be calm, Sag. Try and be like, get your action out and be beautiful, and everything is going to be cool. But anyways, this weekend is a time to focus on you. Super high romance. Romance is super high right now in your chart, and partnership is good, and that's the action. Your day-to-day stuff is, you know, there's a highlight on that in your habits, but of course, it's the weekend, so it doesn't really matter, unless, of course, your habits get you in trouble. Dear Capricorn! 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 Ain't no love in this thing for Capricorn? Okay, Capricorn, good okay, Capricorn, you're going to be reclusive this weekend. You're not going to have the energy to get out and do a lot of stuff. Maybe take a break, maybe stay home, maybe, you know, have a barbecue, maybe invite some people over, maybe spend some even more time at work. I don't know, some people like to do that. I like to do that when I'm, you know, don't want to go anywhere. I like to hang out here and do work. And so that's the action. Capricorn, you're attracting love at home. Family should be okay. You're a bit reclusive. It's not the worst thing to stay in and recharge your batteries. You're having accidents. Your health needs to be watched, and you're aggressively planning right now. You're getting ready to set the stage and move forward. There's a lot of control and restriction that's gonna come your way. You're gonna have a Saturn transit, and it's gonna, like, it would hurt most signs, but I think for you, it's gonna be very Capricornish, and you're gonna be very cool with it, and it's just gonna make you feel stronger. It would hurt other signs a lot, but you might be cool with it. And anyways, you know that's coming, and as a result, you're aggressively planning to get your stuff to work out. So, like, by all means, keep planning and be very cool, and you know, just take a break. Dear Aquarius, all right, Aquarius, here we go. You want to be super social this weekend. You want to be super social this weekend, so get out, have some fun, rally the troops, and you know, make your intentions known. You know, it could be time for a lot of fun, Aquarius. You're attracting with your words. You know, you're meeting a lot of people right now. You're getting a lot accomplished. You're not really running around a lot, but your day is smooth. You're arriving places. You're learning a lot. You're exploring. You're not like exploring. You're like exploring, you know? Like, you know, okay, good. And then we're almost done. Okay, next. So that's the deal with Aquarius. Everything is pretty cool, Aquarius. Romantically, you're fighting things romantically. So maybe someone wants a little bit more from you than you're willing to give. Maybe you want something a little bit more from someone else than they're willing to give. Maybe you're having a communication problem. I gave like a 20-minute speech earlier on communication, you know, and how important it is to speak up to have your needs met. Aquarius, you're not a scared sign by any means. Speak up. I mean, you're not as you're not as aggressively verbose as Sagittarius or Gemini, but like, if you want something, Aquarius, ask for it. You know, the astro is highlighting your words. It's highlighting what you want. If you ask for something, it's a good possibility you're going to get it, but you have to ask. Being passive-aggressive is not going to work. Being like a bitch, that ain't going to help. But saying what you want and getting out and doing it is going to be wonderful. And this weekend, you're going to, you're going to want to go hang out with your friends. And when you hang out with your friends, it's Aquarius, when you hang out with your friends, you have a lot of fun. And it's different. Love is different for Aquarius, right? When you hang out with your friends, you're enveloped in love. Love is different for an Aquarius. So this is a great time for that. Just speak up and try not to fight with your romantic partners. And finally, that brings us to dearest Pisces. Pisces, what's going on? You're going to want to get out publicly, maybe go for dinner, go to the show, maybe be super cool with that. And it should be a lot of fun. People are going to notice you when you're out, so dress your best. You're going to support others when you're out this weekend. So like, more than likely someone else is going to want to go do something, and you're going to go back them up and go out with them. Maybe like you're going to drive, right? Drive them around, or maybe, you're just going to hang out for support. But that's the kind of action that's going to happen when you're this weekend. You're going to want to get out with someone, and people are going to, you're going to support the cause outwards. Maybe someone wants to take a trip somewhere, someone wants to do something, and you tag along for the action, and that could be a lot of fun. There is a problem brewing at home, right? Watch for breakages and all that kind of stuff at home, but that's weekly horoscope stuff. On the weekend, this weekend, it's all about, your sensual stuff that makes you feel safe, stuff that makes you feel secure, your financial action, and getting out and supporting others. No big deal. That's just the action. Pisces, you should have a lot of signs should have a very good weekend, I'm just nervous about this Scorpio full moon that's coming up, I worry. I worry, for a guy who reads the future, I'm definitely worried. I can see it coming, man. It's not always the nicest thing. Just because you see it doesn't mean you have the answers for it, that you can adjust fast enough. And, just because you see the storm coming doesn't mean that you can get out of the way. But it doesn't really matter, because life is still life. And, together, most of us are going to make it through. And that's the action. Have a wonderful weekend, Pisces. Just watch for problems at home. And that's it. And that brings us to this weekend's lucky and love signs are Sagittarius and Gemini, with Aries and Libra heating up fast. As for everyone else, be a super amazing, fantastic wing and pick up the check. From the sunnyside.net, I'm Sonny, wishing everyone the absolute best of a beautiful week. And I'll see you soon.